Hi, Nelson.
Good to see you, Amy. What can I do for you?
I think I'd like to read for a while, if that's okay.
Of course. What subject are you interested in reading about?
I feel I need to brush up on my calligraphy.
You don't say. In that case, allow me to give you one of my books on the subject. It will definitely help you.
Thanks. I should talk to Nelson if I want to read any books. Let's take a closer look. Let's take a closer look. That should be right, but now what? Nobody likes the sound of nails on a chalkboard. No, I think drawing time is done for today. No, I think drawing time is done for today. How's it going, Clem?
Not so bad, Amy. What's up?
See you later, Clem.
Take care of yourself, Amy.
No need to... Well, that did something.
You! Come down here. Who are you, and what are you doing in here?
My name is Amy, and I have a message for Danton.
And? What is it?
Here, I was given this letter to deliver to Danton.
I see. Wait here a sec.
Who are you, and where did you get this?
Danton, I presume?
Indeed. Now answer my question. Where did you get this letter?
It was given to me by a technician in Sector 82.
He gave it to you? Why? What happened to him?
He was crushed under some rubble. He gave me the letter after I agreed to, well, put him out of his misery. I tried getting him out of there, I swear, but he said this was more important.
Damn it. Milton was a good man. His loyalty won't be forgotten.
He wouldn't have given that letter to just anyone, Danton. She must have earned his trust somehow.
Yes. Although I still have a few questions. What were you doing down there in the first place?
I was doing a job, fixing the reactor. He was down there, crushed, dying.
Was he now?
Yes, and he asked me to deliver this letter.
I don't know about her, Danton. Are we sure she's not lying?
Bruce makes a good point. You could have just stolen this letter. How can we be sure you didn't?
If I had stolen it, why would I have gone through the trouble of delivering it?
If you're a government spy, you'd go to any lengths to find us. I'm curious, what was it you said to Milton that made him give you this letter?
He asked me about my dad. Turns out they knew each other.
Oh?
Yeah, Cooper Wellard.
What? You're Cooper Wellard's daughter?
Come to think of it, I do see a resemblance.
I never heard anything about him having a daughter. Did you know?
No,
Hang on, just who are you people anyway?
Seems he protected you from us. Can't say I blame him. Thank you for delivering this letter. In exchange for it, we'll let you out of here. But you must swear to me not to tell anyone what you've seen in here.
I thought you were supposed to help me. Why shouldn't I just go tell everyone how pointless this was?
In time, your help will come. Meanwhile, I strongly discourage telling anyone about our presence. I would hate to have to do anything to stop you.
Fine. I swear I won't say anything.
I'm glad that's settled. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to read this message. Do be careful with what you stumble into, Amy. And I'll just take that book off your hands.
Tough lady.
The best leaders tend to be. Yes.
Hi. Well, that's just rude. Hey,
What do you want?
are you Danton's personal bodyguard?
That's right. I make sure only the right people get to see her.
And exactly who are the right people?
People who don't ask a lot of questions.
What are you doing here?
I'll tell you what I don't do, and that's answer questions from strangers off the street.
Fine, I see how it is. Keep on doing what you're doing. Those don't look too comfortable. Now is not the time for a nap. He's sound asleep. Nice to know things are relaxed enough around here that he can do that. I don't want to wake him. He seems to be hard at work on something. Looks like a radio.
So, found Danton, did you?
Yeah, interesting lady.
You could say that, but her heart's in the right place.
So I take it you're involved with those people in there somehow.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm just keeping my nose where it belongs. Sorry I couldn't just give you the secret knock, but it's not really in my place. I knew you'd get it on your own.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I'll let you get on with your business. Have a good one, Amy.
Thanks. How's it going, Clem?
Not so bad, Amy. What's up?
See you later, Clem.
Take care of yourself, Amy.
No, not now. Relax. Deep breaths. You can beat this. You can beat this.
Are you all right, young lady?
Yeah, I'm fine.
If you don't mind my saying, you don't look fine at all.
I'm fine, really. I was just out of breath.
Lying to yourself isn't the answer. You should embrace your demise.
Oh, I should I?
You've been marked. It's obvious. The Reaper is coming for you. You should consider yourself lucky. It's only a matter of time before you pass on into the next world and liberate yourself from this misery.
Look, creepy. I'm not spending what time I have left alive worshipping death, okay? Leave me alone.
If that's what you want, then I will. But remember that accepting him will make your remaining life much easier. Should you change your mind, the Acolytes of the Reaper will welcome you at the Cathedral of St. Stephen.
The one with a half a plane sticking out of it?
That is the one. May death come to you swiftly, young lady.
I think I'm gonna need a few more lottery tickets after all. Hi there.
Welcome. What may I help you with?
Who are you, miss?
I'm Claire. Who are you?
Amy. I'm guessing you're one of the Acolytes of the Reaper?
You guessed correctly. I'm here to make sure those who pass through that door are ready to die.
That seems like a pretty lofty responsibility to give to one person.
Not as much as you would think. Most people are worthy, they just don't know it yet.
What are you all doing here?
Worship. We worship the Reaper and wait for our times to come. When any of our members expire, it's cause for celebration.
Are there many of you?
Around 50 of us currently, but we always accept those who truly seek death into our flock.
Can I go in?
That depends. Are you ready to die?
No, of course not. I've got too much left to do before I go.
Then maybe you should get on with it. Time is precious after all.
Judging from the location, I would say that head belongs to the broken statue. This statue has been heavily damaged. It's practically unrecognizable. I don't think carrying around a severed marble head will help much. It would just weigh me down. It's creepy how you can't see the face underneath the hood. They look strong.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Inside the cathedral?
Not without getting clearance from me, you aren't.
Can I go in?
That depends. Are you ready to die?
Yes, I'm ready to die.
You lack conviction. You still need to prepare yourself to be ready to die. You should come back when you're serious.
I'm not interested in any of this junk. Excuse me?
May I help you?
I want to go into the cathedral, but I'm not allowed.
I had a feeling that might be the case. The doors will not open to just anyone. You must be truly willing to embrace death in order to enter.
I really should be going.
So be it.
I have business with Tiberius.
Very good. Your weapon, please.
Welcome back. I had a vision I'd be seeing you again. A chill wind blows from the east. I fear this is an ill omen.
Ah, you return!
Yes, and I delivered the letter to Danton.
Excellent. You have made contact with them. Good work.
So, do you have any more jobs for me?
Yes, as promised. As I'm sure you've gathered, Danton is the head of a group of terrorists bent on destroying the government. I need you to be my spy.
I thought lottery jobs were more labor-intensive. Haven't you got people in your government who do this sort of thing?
Alas, I do not. Which is why I am in desperate need of a citizen such as yourself to help me. Would you watch this new civilization we've struggled to build be undone by a group of upstarts?
No, but they don't really seem like much of a threat, just a group of idealists.
Yes. And the last time a group of idealists formed, they attempted to destroy the Ministry of Knowledge. Danton's group is an ever-growing threat, and they must be controlled and subdued as quickly as possible. Return to them. Tell them you wish to aid them. If they request you perform some task for them, do so to gain their trust. Of course, use your judgment wisely. If you break any laws, I can only offer you so much protection. When you know more of what they plan, come back and inform me. And as before, do not let them know you are there on my behalf. They would surely kill you on the spot.
I don't know. I'm starting to have second thoughts about this.
I realize this is a dangerous undertaking. If you succeed, I can offer you a government job. You'll be able to receive vaccine as you need it.
If I can have a mechanic's job, then we have a deal.
I'm sure we can arrange something. I wish you luck in your task. Of course I have a backup plan. Now behave yourself, and let us continue with arithmetic.
I wish you luck on your task, young lady, and offer some advice. Beware false friends.
How did you... Right, I guess that's your job. Never mind.
The stars are aligned in such a way that I feel good fortune will soon come to us all.
Here's your weapon back.
Thanks.
Amy! Didn't expect to see you back so soon.
Yeah, I remembered that I had something else to talk to Danton about. No big deal, really. Don't mind me.
Whatever you say.
You again?
I'd like to speak with Danton, please.
Fine. Wait here.
So you're back. What is it now?
I know who you are and what your people are doing. I'd like to help.
I'm flattered that you want to help us, but I feel we have some matters to resolve first.
What matters are those?
Enough of these games. You're going to have to start telling me the truth if you want to get out of here alive.
What? I have been! Let's not be so drastic!
Don't play coy with me, Blondie. Do you think I'm stupid? I had you followed when you left here. I know you went to the Ministry of Energy. Now I'm only gonna ask you this once, and I want the truth. Are you working for Tiberius or aren't you?
You do realize people need to do lottery jobs to survive, right? It doesn't mean I like the guy.
A lottery job? Oh, I see.
And what other choice have I got? It's not like I can walk up to the Ministry of Medicine and buy a dose.
I'm so sorry. You don't deserve what's happening to you. This is why we have to act. They've been beating us down for so long, nobody remembers a time when they were prosperous and free. Struggling against the system may not be pretty, but it's the only way we can improve our lives.
Danton, if she's got a connection to Tiberius, she could prove useful.
You know, you're right. Having another double agent would be beneficial to us now that we've lost Milton. But I'm not going to make you this offer for free. I'd hate for Tiberius to outbid me for your loyalty. Instead of hoping your lottery ticket gets chosen, how about you end up with as many actual doses of vaccine as you want?
What are you talking about? You have access to vaccine?
Not just yet, but if all goes to plan, we will. I'll tell you more as soon as you help us out with something. Are you familiar with the junk vendor and butcher in the market?
Gordon and Gus? Of course. They're good friends of mine.
Then it may interest you to know that they work for me.
I had no idea.
They usually spare us some of their extra supplies, but they've been unable to keep up the last few months. I suspect they've fallen on hard times. See what's going on with them and help them if you can. Once you've finished, come back here, and we'll do what we can for you. Oh, and when you talk to them, use the code phrase, "I've got the perfect life." That will let them know you're working for me. Now get to it. Don't come back here until you've finished. And remember, I expect your loyalty. If you set foot anywhere near the Ministry of Energy, I don't want to see you meet an unfortunate end. I'm sure you understand.
Hey,
What do you want?
how'd you get involved with Danton anyway?
She's family.
She is?
Yeah. When her parents died of green lung, she was left homeless and forced to beg on the streets. My folks took pity and adopted her. She can be kind of hot-tempered and rush into things, but I try and keep her in check as best I can.
Keep on doing what you're doing. Hi.
Don't bother. The aristocrats cut out her tongue.
My God, that's awful. Why would they do that?
She used to work for the Ministry of Knowledge. She was caught stealing books, and that was her punishment. Apparently, Claudius did it himself. Ugly business.
Now is not the time for a nap. He's sound asleep. Nice to know things are relaxed enough around here that he can do that. How's it going, Clem?
Not so bad, Amy. What's up?
Interesting company you keep downstairs.
So, you're working for them now, are you?
It seems that way.
We've been hard-pressed to find new recruits. You're a welcome sight. People are scared. Between the plague and rumors of the Reaper going around, nobody wants to get their hands too dirty if they could help it. Well, except for me.
I guess it's easier to be consistently miserable than to take a tough road to happiness.
You're starting to sound like Danton now. Be careful where you say that.
See you later, Clem.
Take care of yourself, Amy.
Just couldn't stay away, could you?
No, I haven't quite reached today's quota of looking at dead meat. How are you doing today, Gus? 'Cause I've got the perfect life.
Shh, not so loud.
Sorry. So, how long have you been,
About a year now.
But why? Isn't it risky for you?
Sure, but to be honest, I kind of like the excitement. Makes me feel like I'm part of something important. Plus, things need to change. Just look around you. We can't live like this. Kids can't grow up like this. Danton's gonna bring back the old days.
Anyway, I was told you were having some trouble, so I wanted to help.
Not sure what you can do, but swing by the farm if you want. Pop was asking about you the other day. If nothing else, talk with him a bit. He misses you.
See you later, Gus.
You bet. Just couldn't stay away, could
No, I haven't. See you later, Gus.
you? Bet.
I'm not. Oh, God, that smell. I think I might be sick.
Amy, is that you over there?
Hey, Pop. Gus said you'd been asking after me?
It's been ages since I last saw you. Come over here and let's have a look at you.
Are you under the weather, Pop?
I'm not, but I can't say the same about my sheep. Take a look around. Hell, just take a whiff. That's the stench of failure. Things are bad. Don't know if we'll be able to dig ourselves out of this hole.
Did your sheep get sick? What happened?
Ran out of feed, so half of them starved to death. It's not a pretty picture. Haven't been able to find anything else they'll eat. Farm's gone barren, and now the only thing I'm feeding is ravens. Truth is, if I can't come up with a way to keep the rest of the flock from dying, I'm done for.
I'll keep an eye out for anything that might help.
That'd be mighty kind of you.
Why are all these ravens hanging around?
Well, they're hungry too. Now that they got plenty of carrion, it's an open buffet for them. Little bastards have gotten bold too. Nothing I do seems to keep them away for long. At least having them around means nobody comes snooping around. They run off at first sight of them thanks to that kooky Reaper cult.
I think we're having the same kind of day.
What's the matter?
This morning I found a man underground. He'd been crushed underneath some rubble. And pulling that trigger was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
I'm sorry, Amy, but it sounds like you did the right thing.
Did I, though? I could have found someone to help. Why did he have to die?
You listened to what the man wanted, it sounds like. In this hellhole, that's all we can ask for in our last moments.
I guess you're right.
Of course I'm right. Like he said, even if you had gotten him out, you wouldn't have had much of a life left to live. It's not something anyone likes thinking about, but it's reality.
I know. I mean, I see death almost every day, but this was different somehow. Thanks, Pop. I think I needed to just get that off my chest.
Anytime, Amy.
I didn't realize you knew so much about the Reaper cult.
I don't, and I don't want to. They're just a bunch of freaks who think worshipping the Reaper is gonna make them die quicker.
But I thought the Reaper was just a story.
It is, but they think the Ravens are a sign that the Reaper is on his way to take them away from their woes. So naturally, any half-wit who believes that crap and sees a Raven gets scared and goes running in the other direction. Bunch of bullhickey, all of it. Anyway, it's best if you stay away from the Reaper cult. Don't want to put any ideas in your head.
Don't worry. I met one of them earlier. I'm not going anywhere near them if I can avoid it. I'm sorry you're having trouble, Pop, but I've got the perfect life.
Is that a fact?
Yeah. Did Gus not tell you?
Tell me what?
Nothing. Never mind.
Whatever you say, Amy.
I have to go now.
Come back and visit whenever you like.
I wish these birds would stop staring at me. Poor thing. Poor thing. Creep. It doesn't seem to be doing a very good job of scaring away birds. Can't understand why. That gas mask on the face is pretty damn creepy. Say, Pop, would you mind if I took this gas mask?
Nah, it's fine. Not doing too great a job scaring the birds, so I doubt taking it off will make much of a difference. Hope you weren't planning on using it, though. The filter's no good.
That's fine. I'm sure I'll find some use for it. Poor thing. That old thing has been broken for years. I don't know why Pop doesn't just take it down. These don't look like they've been used for quite some time. They look like they would fall apart as soon as I touch them.
Just couldn't stay away, could you?
No, I haven't quite. See you later, Gus.
You bet.
The gas mask's filter is empty, which makes it pretty useless. I'm not sure how I... Gordon, I found this gas mask, but the filter is empty. Would it be of any use to you at all?
Yes, this is good. If I could get a filter, this would be exactly what I need. Thank you, Amy. Here, I have something you might like to trade.
What is it?
An aristocrat guard ran through here earlier and dropped his flintlock pistol. It got a bit damaged, but I figured you might be interested in messing around with it for parts.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thanks. And don't worry, I'll find a filter for you, I promise. I'm sure somebody around here has to know something about them.
Yeah, now that you mention it, Nelson's probably the guy to see about that. He's got books on just about everything.
The pistol is only slightly damaged. It hasn't got any bullets, but the flintlock mechanism still looks like it works. Should be useful if I need to light anything on fire. Hi, Nelson.
Good to see you, Amy. What can I do for you?
Coming out here, reading books, it makes me realize I've got the perfect life.
Ah, I see. I do as well. It gives me pleasure to help how I can, although I'm too old to fight.
What made you decide to join them?
Danton makes some good points, despite being a bit overzealous. The favoritism the aristocracy showed their elite patrons after the plague began is completely inexcusable. Once the poor couldn't fund their medical research, we were quickly cast aside for those who could. Danton is brash, perhaps a bit foolish, but her ideals are what we need.
I think I'd like to read for a while, if that's okay.
Of course. What subject are you interested in reading about?
I'm interested in reading about...
Wonderful.
Hi, Nelson.
Good to see.
I think...
Of course.
I want to read up on science.
Wonderful. I think I've got just the book for you.
Interesting. This information could be pretty useful. Hi, Nelson.
Good to see you.
Do you happen to know where I could find some salt?
Salt? I know Gus uses it to cure his meats. Why not try asking him?
I'll see you later, Nelson.
I look forward to your return.
Just couldn't stay away, could you?
No, I haven't quite reached today's quota of looking at dead meat. I'm looking for salt, like the kind you use on meats. Where can I find some?
Well, there's plenty out at the salt flats just outside the city, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to go out there. The walk takes a while, and lugging the stuff back's a chore.
It shouldn't be a problem. How do I get there?
You know the abandoned South Coast rail yard near Fripp Square? Just follow the main track down about half a mile, and you'll find it.
Thanks. Will do. See you later, Gus.
You bet.
I can't believe I never knew about this place. It's the perfect spot to get away from everything. Am I hearing things, or is that music? I'm surprised this thing hasn't been chopped down for firewood yet. It's way beyond any sort of help now. Looks like this train has been here a long time. I wonder when the last time it actually ran was. This door looks as though it's been in use recently. It's locked. How odd. Looks as though someone has been excavating for salt here. Probably Gus. Plenty of salt has been dug up here. I'll take a handful. Salt is useful for preserving meat, but it can also have some more creative applications. Okay, I'll rub salt into the wood. That should prep it for carbonization. I'm going to need something much more powerful if I want to set this wood on fire. I've got a piece of wood in my bucket. I've already... It just says furnace. I guess it's meant to be some sort of warning? It just says... Remember Blast Day. Support the aristocracy, and you will be supported. Nice looking vehicle. Doesn't look like it would take too much to restore it. Just a couple of spark plugs, most likely. What idiot would leave this wood lying around? It's in such good condition. I don't need to take any more wood right now. Syntrex. I remember hearing a lot about them. They're the ones who used to manufacture all the uranium glass before the bombs. Huh, it's unlocked. That's kind of surprising. Denby, what are you doing here?
Oh, you know, living. That's what people do, I hear.
Did you run away from home?
I don't really want to talk about it. You can hang out here if you want, though. It's nice to have some company.
I'm guessing this valve must control some kind of gas flow. Assuming it still works, of course.
Yep, it does.
Not much I can do with the outside of the furnace.
It's best just not to touch it. I learned that the hard way.
That furnace could really be useful. This is a really great find.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
These are nice. It's like you've turned this place into a private gallery.
Yeah, I keep them around for inspiration.
Hey, these are pretty good. All yours?
Yeah, they're okay, I guess. My favorite's the one of the pilot.
What are all these signatures?
Like I said, I've been practicing copying handwriting. Those are just my practice sheets.
This one doesn't look finished.
No, it's still a work in progress.
Is that supposed to be me?
Yeah, you're the only woman I know who isn't old and wrinkly, so you're way easier to draw.
Pretty. Too bad the legs are broken.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
Hey, Denby?
Yeah?
How long did you say you've been living here?
Around 2 months. Not a bad place, really. There's plenty of room, and nobody comes by, so I've got all the privacy I could want. Well, nobody except you, anyway.
I could leave you alone if you want.
No, that's not what I meant. It's cool that you're here. It's nice to have someone to talk to.
How did you manage to get in here?
They didn't do a very good job of boarding up the doors. It was pretty easy to get in. I'm surprised nobody else tried before I did. I mean, there's like not much left in here, but glass is pretty valuable. I might trade it to Clem.
Why did you run away?
I said I didn't want to talk about it.
Well, I do. Is it some problem with your family? Is there anything I can do to help?
No, it's just... I felt like I was getting in the way. Mom and Dad have been having a hard time getting us all enough food, and my brother and sister are little, so there's not much they can do for themselves. I figured it would just be better for me to go off on my own. I mean, I still go back and see them and give them anything extra I've got, but I kind of like having my own space, you know?
Yeah, I know. Look at you, being responsible. I'm so proud of you.
Ugh, whatever. No need to be gushy about it.
Does any of the stuff in here still work?
Yeah, I think the furnace still works. It's connected to the gas anyway.
The gas is still on?
Yeah, it's on a natural line, so it's still under pressure even though the power's been cut. I try to keep it off as much as I can though, just in case. Besides, if you need natural gas, I've pretty much got you covered.
Good to know. Just don't light yourself on fire. You know, I've got the perfect life.
What the hell are you talking about, Amy? Have you gone crazy?
No, just forget it. I'll just leave you to whatever it is you're doing.
Thanks.
Must be some kind of drain. It doesn't smell very nice down there.
That's not my fault, in case you were wondering.
I wasn't, but thanks for the clarification.
I'd be worried if there was. What are you doing?
An experiment.
Boring.
Not when it involves burning stuff.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's cool then.
Now we're cooking.
What? You're actually gonna cook?
No, it was a figure of speech.
Oh, thank goodness. I still have nightmares about that lamb stew sometimes.
I'll make it again if you don't shut up.
Copy that.
I'm not about to go sticking my hand into a lit furnace.
I'll give you my pumpkin if you do.
Fat chance.
So, did your experiment work?
Don't be so nosy, Denby. Nice. The wood burned long enough to become activated carbon.
What?
Spend some time reading Nelson's science books and you might learn something. Take care of yourself, Denby.
I'll try my best.
Gordon, look. I got you some charcoal for your gas mask's filter.
I don't believe it. I don't know what to say.
Then listen. Nelson has a science book explaining how you can make charcoal filters. It's really not that difficult. If you can find or make more masks, you can make filters and provide them to anyone who needs them.
I'm stunned, Amy. Thank you for your help.
We've all got to look out for each other.
Merchant, a word if you would.
What do you want?
Aurelius of the Ministry of Resources is officially requesting your supply of raw brass.
What? But brass is my most valuable material. It's practically impossible to come by these days.
Correct. Which is why in exchange, the Ministry is offering you 10 food vouchers a week. Do you accept this offer?
I don't know. 10 food vouchers a week is a lot, but I'll have to think about it.
Very well. If you change your mind, please notify the Ministry, but know that this offer will not last forever. Good day to you, citizen.
That's a tough offer to refuse. Why didn't you accept?
Because if I hand over my materials to the aristocracy, I won't have enough to provide to Danton.
That's pretty loyal, Gordon.
She's what we need to change this place, even if it hurts in the short term.
Hey, Gordon.
Amy, what are you looking for?
Bye, Gordon.
Goodbye, Amy. Come back anytime.
Just couldn't stay away, could
No, see you later, Gus.
you? Bet.
I shouldn't go back in there until I've helped both Gus and Gordon. Hi, Nelson.
Good to see you, Amy. What can I do for you?
I'll see you later, Nelson.
I look forward to your return.
Hello, Marishka.
Amy, hello.
I have to go now.
Okay, you come back and see me again soon, all right?
Hey, Pop.
What's going on, Amy?
What did you say the problem with your sheep was?
Ran out of feed, so half of them starved to death. It's not a pretty picture. Haven't been able to find anything else they'll eat. The farm's gone barren, and now the only thing I'm feeding is ravens. Truth is, if I can't come up with a way to keep the rest of the flock from dying, I'm done for.
I'll keep an eye out for anything that might help.
That'd be mighty kind of you.
I have to go now.
Come back and visit whenever you like.
Pop, have you seen this weed before?
Sure, that's blue burglar. Haven't seen it in ages, though. Where'd you get it?
There's some growing near my place. Why is it called blue burglar?
Because it creeps up on you, seemingly overnight. Plant just one and your whole field will be full of them in a month.
Would your sheep eat it?
I think they'd eat anything at this point. Wouldn't hurt to try. Thanks, Amy. I'll go get some more and plant it tonight. At least the sheep we've got left might still stand a chance.
Happy to help.
Butcher, a word, if you would.
Yeah, what is it?
The Ministry of Resources is in need. You are hereby requested to provide your stocks of meat for government distribution.
But I hardly have any meat to spare, and it'll be a while before I can get more.
Be that as it may, Aurelius has extended you the courtesy. In exchange, you will be provided 2 water purifiers per month.
I don't know. I have to think about it.
Very well. If you change your mind, please notify the Ministry, but know that this offer will not last forever. Good day to you, citizen.
Just couldn't stay away, could you?
No, I have... Your sheep should be fine now.
Really? What did you do?
Just gave Pop some blue burglar. He said it should be able to feed the sheep soon.
Oh, you're a lifesaver, Amy. I can't thank you enough.
I'm just glad I could help. I saw you having words with that guard. What was that all about?
Yeah, nothing. He was just trying to get me to sell out to the government. I promised Danton I'd give the rebels my extra supplies. I'm not betraying her for the wigheads.
I admire your loyalty. See you later, Gus.
You bet.
Glad to see you've returned. I assume you've managed to sort things out with our suppliers?
Yes.
You've done well, Amy. I think you'll get along here just fine. But understand this. Committing yourself to help the Resistance is not a promise made lightly. We require your full cooperation and transparency. No secrets or lies. Do I make myself clear?
I understand, but remember not to ask for things you can't return.
Naturally. Now come with me. Thank you for helping our suppliers. As you can probably tell, recruitment has been slow, which has hindered our progress. But I think with your help, we just may be able to initiate some changes.
What is it you had in mind?
That letter you brought us came from our contact in the Ministry of Medicine. It contained extremely valuable information. I need you to infiltrate the Ministry of Medicine and confirm what this letter says. Do you have any questions?
This Milton, who was he? Why did knowing my father make him trust me?
As I mentioned before, he was our double agent in the Ministry of Energy. With his help, we were able to establish our contact in the Ministry of Medicine. In the early days of the rebellion, Milton also recruited your father as the official mechanic. They were good friends. I never met Cooper myself, but my understanding is that he was just as loyal as Milton. Losing them both has been a blow. I think we'll manage, though. After all, we have you now.
You mentioned my father was with the rebellion in the early days. How come he never mentioned it?
It doesn't surprise me. The previous attempt at a rebellion was met with disastrous failure. They didn't manage to get very far before being discovered and quelled by the aristocracy. Your father and Milton were the only original members to escape unharmed. It's taken us a very long time to get back on track, but I intend to avenge our forefathers and deliver the justice they died for.
If you're so against the government, why do you use the Ministry of Medicine's symbol as your code to get in here?
That's exactly what the aristocracy would expect. Having our own symbol would make us easier to find once they figured out what it was. Sometimes the best way to hide things is to put them in plain sight.
Can you tell me what it is I meant to find?
Our contact was unable to provide the exact details in case the letter was intercepted. But if the information he did give us is correct, it means the government is covering up something very important having to do with the green lung vaccine. If you confirm this, it will be exactly what we need to expose the government's lies and incite a revolution.
What if it turns out to be a false lead?
It won't. Believe me, you'll find something in there. You have to.
What's the plan for getting me into the Ministry of Medicine?
An excellent question. You know how the wealthy have contracts with the aristocracy based on their support when they first formed?
I have a vague idea, sure.
If a government supporter were to show signs of green lung, the aristocracy would waste no time in sending a doctor to treat them. I want you to go to Fripp Square. My sources tell me that a notable supporter has recently been showing symptoms of the plague. His name is Silas Harrison. He should be visited by a doctor very soon. Find out when and where the visit will take place. Then, intercept the doctor, disguise yourself, and enter the Ministry of Medicine. Once you've done that, you'll locate the central storage room, where they keep the vaccine supply. I suspect that's where you'll find what we're looking for.
Maybe I should write all this down. It's a lot to keep track of.
No, I'm sorry, but we can't have a paper trail. I trust you'll be able to make this happen. I know it's complicated and dangerous, but believe me when I say this information will change everything.
I guess I should get started.
Good. Head over to Fripp Square and find out where Harrison is. That should get you close enough to intercept his doctor. You might also try checking at the ministry itself. They might have some information on when the doctor is set to make his house call. Once you're in the ministry, you can identify our contact by using the code phrase. I'm not sure how much help he'll be able to give you, but having an ally on the inside is at least better than nothing. I wish you luck, Amy. Remember that if you succeed, the Resistance will reward you in far greater ways than the aristocracy ever could. No more time for idle chat now, Amy. Get to Fripp Square and find Silas Harrison.
Looks like she's writing down coordinates on that map. I shouldn't interrupt. She's hard at work. A somewhat crude map of the city. Looks like they're planning something near the Ministry of Energy Tower. Rule 1. Do not talk about the rebellion. Rule 2. Do not talk about the rebellion. There's a bunch of stuff scribbled on it. They must use this for target practice. The wig and noose are a nice touch. She's really good. I've never seen someone's hands move so quickly. I don't want to break her concentration. He's doing a nice job fixing that crossbow. I don't see how I can use that there. I should probably leave it where it is. Remember to wipe your feet when entering. There are no maids in this resistance. Hey.
What do you want?
What's your theory on what's inside the Ministry of Medicine?
Knowing the aristocracy, it could be just about anything. But from what I've heard Danton say, it's definitely something big.
Keep on doing what you're doing.
Hmm.
Now is not the time for a nap. She can't speak.
Good day to you, merchant.
Go away, you dog. I have nothing to say to you.
Now, there's no need to be.
I just try to make my living here. I have family to take care of, and no help from the aristocracy.
Well, if you would just let me...
My brother Pavel went out scavenging days ago and has not returned. We're all worried he's dead. What does the aristocracy do? Nothing. Sit in their towers and watch us starve. You are young. You do not remember life before the bombs. It was different. Guards were our friends, not monsters.
I appreciate your position, but...
Look, I think it's best if you just go. She's clearly upset.
Fine. I was here to extend an offer of food vouchers from the Ministry of Resources, but if she feels that way, it's her loss. Good day to you, citizen. I apologize for upsetting you.
Oh, thank you, Amy. I always get so angry when I see those guards.
Hello, Mariska.
Amy, hello.
You really shouldn't make trouble with the guards.
I'm not making trouble. It's them who are causing all the problems.
You know as well as I do, you haven't got a brother named Pavel.
Well, they need to understand that life's not easy for us. It's not like they do anything about it anyway.
Just try not to get so riled up, Mariska. He was trying to help you out.
The day I take help from those dogs is the day I die.
I have to go now.
Okay, you come back and see me again soon, all right?
Fripp Square. I do so love the dirty looks I get from people when I walk through here. That's what the newsreader uses to make sure everyone around here knows what's going on. This guy is the local news delivery system for the residents of Fripp Square. This poster is encouraging people to get vaccinated for green lung. If only it were that easy for everyone. This guy is the local news delivery. That's a pretty dramatic statue. I guess that must be the eponymous Mr. Fripp. You know, I have to admit, this one is kind of cute. He looks fairly lost in thought. She seems to be having some private conversation with her friend, but I can't quite make out what they're saying from here. The Ministry of Knowledge. It's where they keep all the documents and educational materials from before the bombs. Extremely limited access, of course. Wow, a 2003 Fairway debutante. I'm surprised it's still intact. Most of these were gutted for parts and metal in the years after Blast Day.
Ugh, please stop staring at me.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Oh. Where did you come from? She looks like she just came from the quarantine zone.
Don't be silly. You know nobody ever leaves that awful place. In any case, I'm sure you've got a lottery job you should be doing. Why don't you run along and leave us to our conversation? Which reminds me, I need some new servants. I was entertaining guests the other day, and they kept interrupting.
Good help just keeps getting harder to come by.
Excuse me, sir?
Hello, miss. What can I do for you?
I'm Amy Wellard. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, Amy. My name is Maximilian Huber, but please call me Max.
Do you live around here?
Yes, just around the corner, but ever since my wife passed, I like to get out of the house and spend time with my friends.
Your friends?
Yes, the Ravens.
So, how much time do you spend with your friends?
Not all day, but most of it. They are beautiful creatures, aren't they? How those Reaper cultists have turned them into a symbol of fear is beyond me, but to each his own, I suppose. I only wish I had something to feed them with. The poor things look terribly hungry.
What do they eat?
Anything, really. Meat, vegetables, insects. They're not picky eaters by any means.
I'm looking for Silas Harrison. Do you know him?
Know him? Not personally, but I know who he is, certainly.
You wouldn't happen to know where he lives, would you?
I'm afraid not. I never had any cause to pay him any social calls at his home. My apologies.
Do you know the two women over there? They're kind of rude.
Them? Oh, don't pay them any mind. They're just a couple of harpies who have nothing better to do with their time than gossip about everything. You should hear them any time the newsman reads out a headline. It's non-stop chatter. But please, let's discuss something more worthwhile, shall we?
You know, it's days like these that make me realize I've got the perfect life.
That's a lovely attitude to have, my dear. Your optimism is inspiring.
Have a nice day, sir.
You too, my dear.
Hello there.
May I help you with something?
Have you heard the name Silas Harrison?
I have, yes. He's fairly well known around these parts.
Can you tell me anything about him? Like where he lives?
Lady, I'm a town crier, not a town directory. If you want to put your nose where it don't belong, you're better off talking to Flora and Genevieve on the other side of the square.
So you're a town crier? What do you actually do?
I deliver the news to the people of Fripp Square. They ask about specific headlines, I tell them. Some sort of breaking news arrives from the government, I read it. It's rather simple, really.
Can I hear some news?
Very well. Right now, the top headlines are Ministry of Energy restarts generators. Terrorists rumored in the Market District. Mysterious object spotted over quarantine zone. And the weather report. So, what'll it be?
How about Ministry of Energy restarts generators?
Fine.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. The Ministry of Energy released a report saying that they have succeeded in restarting 60% of the city's reactors. As a result, more power will be available, starting with the area around Fripp Square. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.
Hello there.
May I help you with something?
Can I hear some news?
Very well. Right now, the top headlines are Terror, Mysterious, and so. What?
I want to hear terrorists rumored in the Market District.
If you wish.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. Rumors have surfaced of a group of terrorists headquartered somewhere in the Market District. These dissidents are to be considered armed and extremely dangerous to public safety. Anyone with information leading to their arrest is encouraged to report to the nearest aristocrat guard. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.
Hello there.
May I?
Can I hear?
Very right. Terror, and so.
I'd like to hear.
Right, you.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. This past week, several citizens reported sighting a strange object in the sky over the quarantine zone. Rumors have persisted that it was the Reaper. However, the Ministry of Knowledge insists that this is not the case. The aristocracy reminds citizens not to be swayed by baseless rumors and superstitions. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.